Good morning, everyone. You all know where I am. If you can't tell by now. Oh, bait ball going crazy there. How cool is that? Anyway, if you can't tell where I am by now, you may not know, but I'm at Borumba Dam. Back in what feels almost now like a home dam to me. It feels like the dam that I'm most comfortable and happy with. And we're just gonna go on the hunt for some slightly bigger toga, test some lures out, test a few techniques I want to try out, and we're just gonna have a fun day on the water. This is a day, more of a day for me, and maybe less so of a day of education. But we'll put some tips in here. We'll make it all good. If you haven't done so already, please do like the video. Give us a thumbs up. I appreciate everyone I get, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Every subscriber helps. We're aiming for 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think that's really possible with the help of you guys. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm distracted. I'm trying to maneuver my way into the back here. We're gonna see what we can find. I've got a bit of a game plan. Main game plan is to catch toga, and I've got a few spots that I want to try to do that, and we're gonna see what we can do to make this happen. Got a slightly bigger jerkbait on. I got the 77 greedy guts this time. We're gonna see if that can entice a big bite. Anyway, on my chest, it's been a long enough intro. Let's do it. There is some serious bait hanging around in here, which I like. I like when there's bait around these areas, and so do the toga. So, I'm just gonna adjust that. That doesn't quite seem right. It's a little bit longer. And there was a big toga just busting up on a heap of them. Look at them all balling there. All that bait. It's like a bloody... It's like being offshore, this bait balling. It's insane. Yep, that's a bass, I reckon. Yep, thought so. That bass was buffing that bait. Whew. Tiny fella, but he was buffing that bait, which was cool. I don't even have my pliers out. That's how underprepared I am. He's tiny though. Wow. He's a really small, fat little fish. It's one on the jerkbait though. This is like the perfect amount of ripple. Yep, there's a fish. Yeah, it's not a bad bass. Not a bad bass. He's not actually that big at all. Oh, and he's milking everywhere. Look at that. Look at all that jizz. He's bleeding as well because of how deep he's got it. There he is. Bleeding and all, but he'll release fine. They're tough fish. Yep, there's a fish. Jeez, hits and go about him. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Not huge by any means, but fighting hard, that's for sure. Oh, actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. We like that. Oh, we like that. That is a good fish. Yes. Really slowed it down. Compared to how I was fishing the other side, this just is set up a bit better for how I'm fishing. That's awesome. Have it. Nice fat bass. Eating that greedy guts really nicely. Put me in the trees and we just patiently went to the tree and then just, yeah, patiently went to the tree, then just let him go and get round the tree and then pulled him out. We'll check the leader, but I think we'll be all right. How cool. Love that. So, we just retied leader. I wasn't gonna risk it. So, we retied the leader. We're gonna break down this area. Unfortunately, I drift over what looks like some pretty nice water. Covered in weed though. Yeah, I felt that. Alright, back to... As you can tell, I've also taken off my jumper because I was getting a bit warm. As soon as that sun came out, it got a little warm. But every time it peeks behind the clouds and there's a bit of that breeze, it's yeah, it's a little bit cool. A little bit cool. So, what I'm actually doing here is something that I love to do. Working a jerkbait over weed and dispersed timber. It's got to be my favourite way to fish for bass. Now, this is excluding topwater because I don't think topwater is fair. It doesn't compare to any other technique because, well, it's on top and everything else is not. There's something over there though. But this is actually something that I oh, there's a fish. Get out of that timber. Stop it. There we go. Oh, it's got some weight to it. That's a hefty fish. Shit, shit, shit. It's a good fish. There we go. Whatever this is, it's not a bad size. Yeah, that's a big bass. Holy cow, look at that thing. That is huge. No way. Oh. Holy shit. Look at this. Whoa. All right. Look how heavy that is. 1.52 kilo bass. Jeez. Because I don't have a live well, we're just gonna hold them in the water here while I set up my camera gear, photography stuff. That is that big girl. She is an absolute behemoth. And look at that, how swallowed that is. That is all the way down there. That is a strong, big bass. That was so much fun. Let's get the hooks out and release her. All right, let's take a second here to talk about the gear I'm using and the setup and kind of how I'm working this lure. I've talked about it before. If you've seen it in the old videos, sorry, it's probably a rehash of that. But essentially, I've got a 7 foot, 4 to 8 pound ACM Custom rod. It's a drop shot blank, which means it's got a sensitive light tip with a bit of give, but it's got balls down deep, which you would have seen as I was fighting those two fish in the timber. The tip seems to bend on itself, but all the muscle comes from down deep. 2500 size reel. I'm pretty sure I've got 8 pound braid on this. And that kind of lets me cast pretty far. Oh, actually, you know what? It might be 10 pound. Might be 10 pound. And it's Power Pro. I like it because it's pretty hardy. Yes, it's a bit thicker than most braids, but I'd prefer my line to be stronger and tougher where I can have it. Normally I run quite a long leader, but this, because I only used a tag end of another leader, is about a rod length. Any less than a rod length, and you increase the chance of pulling hooks or missing hits because you don't have enough stretch in your line. The other thing is 10 pound leader. So pretty simple, 10-10 or 8 and 10, whatever it is. 7 foot, 4 to 8 pound rod. As you can see, it casts that jerkbait a mile, which on these glass out days you kind of need to put that space between you and the fish. I've got the Greedy Gut 66 on, which you've seen me use many times before. It is by far my favourite jerkbait. That magnet cast, which you hear each click when I cast it, sends it into the eons, and the little orange underside, I think, tends to entice a bite and strike because it looks like gills or flared up gills or whatever of a fish, of a bait fish dying. So to work it, you know, I'm picking the edge structure here. I've got weed that tapers down. I'm currently sitting in 8 foot, and there's a solid weed wall with weed towers throughout. I love when you got these weed towers out wide, because it gives the fish places to hide as they transit in between the hole areas. And no hungry fish down there will see a jerkbait twitched and paused right in front of their weed home and not give it a little inquiry. They may not hit it, eat it, but you'll be getting their attention, which, one, if you put a couple of casts in the same area, could result in a bite, or two, it could force another fish that's down there to bite, because bass are schooling fish. They do hang around normally in numbers. And then the last thing is, it's just the way I'm working it is 2 to 3 little twitches of the rod, short and sharp like this. Just get that lure kicking side to side, and then pause. I mix up the time I pause because no fish will stay in the same pattern. There you go, I just hit a weed wall there. So if you mix it up, kind of can also entice a bite if it's not consistent. And that's it, it's as simple as that. Yep, there's a fish. Get out of there. Not bad. It's not a bad battle of that one. It's got a few battle scars though. Check this. It's got a bit of fin rot. Gross. Look at that. That is not very pleasant, is it? Poor bugger. Poor bugger. Low 30s model. See you, mate. Got him. Oh, he threw the hook.